Robots often come with some predefined purpose or designed for some task. But really, robots could be anything. So who decides what they should be? We think there should be a place in the future where we can go to explore this. This is that place, where we can undefined robots and redefine them together. Hi, I'm Joseph Ladelfa. I'm an industrial postdoc across two institutions, the Malmo-based drone manufacturer BitCraze and the Stockholm-based KTH Royal Institute of Technology. So what we're exploring here is the Digital Futures Drone Gymnasium, basically a place in the future where people could go and invent new robot interactions. Over the course of the 6 days, we've structured it in such a way that it kind of foreshadows the way that we think the gymnasium would work in the future. People coming in on the first day, getting introduced to the system and understanding what it does. Start maybe bending the rules. This process is a little ambiguous, and when things are ambiguous, you need to reflect on what it means and if you like it. It can be a really creative process. The special thing about the gymnasium is that we provide all the equipment, accessories, and expertise to support wherever the patron's imagination takes them.
When we design robots, we usually have an idea of what we want them to do. So we want a robot that will vacuum the floor, or we want a robot that will deliver food, this kind of thing. What would people create with robots if they had more options? Drones are interesting because, well, they're a flying robot. Hi, I'm Rachel Garrett. I'm a PhD candidate at KTH Royal Institute of Technology here in Stockholm, and I'm also a research associate at the University of Nottingham in the UK. As these technologies become more pervasive, they're going to come very close to our bodies, right? And so we need these new ways of engaging physically with these technologies and understanding how we can relate to them.
The user can show gestures with this camera. So, for example, the user can show thumb up to take off or thumb down to land. We can exploit to see new characteristics of the system.
Obviously, this isn't something we can do on our own, so we've put together a brilliant team. Francesco, Christian and Aris are our tech support who are going to keep the drones flying.
I helped Joe create all these human and drone interaction scripts, and basically I'm the technical support for the team, making sure that all the visitors can have their ideas applied in real world.
Annie and Maya are our creative support who's going to help the students develop their ideas.
So my job as a creative support is to bring in new ideas in the drone interaction field with physical objects supported.
And Chris is working besides me, documenting and gathering data for the research. We hope that over the next 6 days, the staff and the patients can really draw on each other's unique area of expertise to push the limits of what the drones can do.
What we have here is basically a bunch
In one hand, I had a sensor, and the other hand, I had a handle that controlled the hook. And the sensor controlled the drone, so we could lift things up with that.
We are just brainstorming more things to add to the project. So we are trying to do a game with 2 drones. One drone is falling, so you have to try to keep them both up to not lose the game.
We found out today that the drone doesn't really handle a lot of weight, so we had to come up with things to lift things up, even though it doesn't handle a lot of weight.
It spins and you're like, oh, it's got it, and then it goes like...
One way we think that we can do this is with training accessories. These are physical tools and objects that we can give to people that can be used to teach drones what we need them to do.
The random bag is nice. We have things that attach to the back.
Also wrist, any part of the body.
We want lots of accidents to happen.
We showed today to the other groups drone jewel, kind of like the cowboy western, and when it turned green, we're supposed to draw. And the bullet, the drone, flew to the other person and so on.
I think that was kind of cool to see that happen over the prototyping days, was little bits of how can we make this happen smoothly, and there was some swapping of little modules.
That was the idea behind all the scripts, that they should not be finished projects. It's just good enough in a state to inspire the students, and so they can also combine them together, but also combine them with their own.
We started by pointing to objects to tell the drone there were different positions.
In the game we made, basically we draw a circle on the ground and we connected around 5 or 6 people in the middle with some ropes, and the game master would point to different objects in a sequence, and the drone would move to different position in the space, and we had to dodge the drone while not making it crash into the ropes. So it was a sort of collaborative game, and we never knew where the drone was gonna move next, so it was funny to move around and cooperate to not make the drone crash.
We're capturing everything that is happening with the drones, talking to people about what is going on. All of this information will be used to create a data set, and from that we are going to discover how we might design new forms of interaction between people, drones and other kinds of robots. Our principal investigators are Professor Kristina Hook from KTH and Professor Luca Mottola from the Research Institutes of Sweden, and this is the first time they've given us the lead on such a big project. We hope that all of this is going to foster a dialogue between the kind of work that we can do here in the university and people in industry who design and build these drones, and people in our community who are working with policy and regulation around drones. And we really want to create a space where we could think very deeply about what the role of these technologies should be in our future society.